Hey guys, Ben here. If I'm gonna have a few more subscribers, right now I have 130, thanks to you guys by the way. I should probably make content a little bit more regular. I can't promise anything, but maybe a video once a week. But life's a little bit hectic right now, so making videos as I bump the camera is not my number one priority. However, this I have talked about once before. I don't think anybody really noticed, but this is going to be my personal sidearm. It is going to be called Cursed Companion. I have a custom vinyl that I bought off Etsy, and the name is going to go right there, and I'll etch that chemically, and then that's going to be epoxied to one side of the shell so that I can still take it apart. And obviously got these handle scales on there, haven't glued them on yet. That's all hand carved. This was just stock aluminum when I got it. This is the blaster parts kit, obviously. All carved out of aluminum. Even got the little nub here, and then some inlay. This is all 6061 aluminum. I'm printing another one of these 7-shot cylinders in white. This is my own design. I'll explain why I'm printing in white in a second. This is aluminum that I found online. It took me forever to find this stuff, but it's a great fit for couche darts. It's probably the best fit for couche darts that I've found, so that's what I'm going to be using. Now, normally, I'm very against 3D printed parts. However, there is a slight problem. I can't really mold this, or at least I don't have the ability to mold this right now. This is like the most complicated thing you could possibly mold because there are 7 cylinders that are each about 3 inches long. And the way I need to mold this is silicone everywhere and then cut the silicone here, but when I pull it out, those are all going to be noodles of silicone coming out of the barrels, which means they're going to be flopping around. There is very, very little clearance here because the outside diameter of this is equivalent to 9/16. If you've ever tried making a 3D printed 7-shot cylinder, you know that there's barely any clearance there. So I am going to have to leave it in the 3D printed state, which really, really sucks, but I will not be selling these. This is for my own use anyway, so I guess I'm not too mad because I'm doing it on my own blaster. I would never sell something like this because I don't think that 3D printing is sellable. Anywho, that's going to be brassed with aluminum. I can see why they never went with aluminum. I still plan on turning all of these buttons into, not this one. Maybe this one. I'm not sure because they're covered up by the scales. Maybe I'll cut out a little hole there. I don't know. But turning these into aluminum as well. And so this is going to be a white and gray, probably like this color gray, light gray, blaster. And hopefully it will come out okay. Would you like a change of scenery? So these are the next parts to be molded. I am not going to be molding the front piece of the Raven because I have never been able to get one off, and I assume a lot of people haven't either. I don't know what it is about that stupid thing. I've tried everything except for boiling it, which I ruined a hammer shot doing that once, so I couldn't live with myself if I accidentally destroyed a Raven boiling it. So these are the parts that are important to me. Everyone is always asking for Raven covers, so I'm going to do that. I have to clean this off and try to get it as flush as possible. The way the molding works, I had to do this. I have to clean it up and then re-drill the hole. Again, how the molding works, I need to fill up this part right here, and I need to re-drill that hole and sand down the outside of this. And then that's resin in there, polyurethane, and I need to scrape off some of those surface bubbles. That's just going to be stock. And then also this, because I hate not painting these, but you kind of can't paint these, so these are the parts to be molded. However, I have been reluctant to show these because I always have a fear of showing people what I'm doing because I work extremely slow. I always work on too many things at once, and if I'm not feeling one project, I will just let it sitting for weeks. And so that's probably one of my biggest flaws about doing modding. I'm going to try to change that, so this is something I really want to get out and make some cool Stravens with some clear parts on the back as well as the front. And commentator mode. Haven't done this in a while. So Normally I don't show these type of things, but this is the design I'm working on currently. It is a motor cage for the Strife. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to fit. This is all of my measurements that I've inputted. I've done simple things like measure the distance but from this to this angle and this relative to everything else and blah blah blah, and hopefully it works. This hole here is meant for 9/16 brass, so it doesn't need this cover right here because there's going to be brass holding the dart in right here, which is why this is open. The reason why there's a big hole cut right here is for the molding, for molding purposes, because just the way it works, it would be incredibly difficult if this wasn't cut out. But this is going to save me a lot of headache in the long run. I plan on making these motors pressure fit, maybe. If you guys think I should make them screw in, let me know and I can consider that. But I honestly don't know what size screw those are. So if you know what size screws those are in the on the motors, let me know. But these are designed to work with stock flywheels. I have no idea if they'll work with worker flywheels, but I don't know. I was just going for stock flywheels, so that's all I'm worried about right now. And this will hopefully just be a cheaper solution to make things more accurate. Again, zero idea if this is actually going to work, but it's worth investing a little bit of time into. So I'll print out this prototype, and if everything fits, then, you know, that's probably all I'm going to need. But if everything is completely wrong or whatever, I'll adjust to fit. And that's pretty much how it works. I mean, that's what 3D printing is designed for, rapid prototyping. If this doesn't work, I'll just print another one, adjust the dimensions a little bit. That's pretty much all the content I have for now. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer those. Thanks for watching.